on, everyone? We have to go over Aster today because right now Aster is up 8.5% in the last 24 hours. And I actually made a video yesterday saying Aster is still showing bullish signs, but be cautious. And look, I said I think Aster is about to break out from this this bullish expanding triangle, and it's actually in two bullish expanding triangles at the same time. And I was like, yes, I think it's going to break out. That's exactly what it did. It went from $1.13 all the way up to where it is now at $1.23. So we're going to talk about where I think Aster is about to go from here. Anyways, remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice, but let's go straight over this. And the first thing that I actually want to talk about here is the pattern that I noticed, and that was a bullish expanding triangle. Bullish expanding triangles are bullish patterns, as you can hear inside the bullish, right? So it was a bullish expanding triangle within a bullish expanding triangle, which makes it a bullish expanding triangle. So now you can see it is breaking out of the inner bullish expanding triangle here. Now it's working its way up to the top of the outer bullish expanding triangle. So our greater pattern is a bullish expanding triangle. So right now, I do think that we're probably going to end up breaking out past this resistance. It does look like we have a good amount of resistance here, so don't be surprised if there was a bit of a pullback back down here to this level at $1.16 before the next rise, which would look something like this. And then you would see it forming a pattern here, forming a whole trend line right here. So we'll see if it does that. But right now it looks like it might have the potential. But if this candlestick right here fails to continue to extend upwards like it kind of is right now, then we might be looking for a pullback to either here or here. So to about $1.10, well, $1.08 or $1.16. And it's looking like there is a possibility that it might pull back from there. This is the 30-minute chart now. You can see when there's lightly green shaded candlesticks on the MACD, that indicates that selling pressure is coming in. So it could easily switch to more buying pressure, just like how it did here. So, never count it out, never count it out. And then the %R trend exhaustion, the white line here is the short-term trend. The blue line up here is the long-term trend. So you want to see the short-term trend and the long-term trend coming back up if it's going to continue to stay bullish. So right now, the short-term trend is currently pulling down, but the long-term trend is looking like it's a little sideways. So the short-term trend could, hypothetically speaking, come back up and help the long-term trend continue to rise from there. So that is a possibility as well. And that's what I would like to see from this chart pattern here. But yeah, it is looking like we have a bit of weakness here. But I still stand with the same stance. I do think that we're going to have a breakout here still. I think that we're going to actually break above this. So it could come soon. We'll see. The MACD on the 4-hour chart is showing a lot more buying pressure. And we're also seeing the %R trend exhaustion on the 4-hour chart. Not quite yet overbought, but it's getting there into that overbought range. Above this red line here is like overbought territory. And we're just now starting to get there. So that means that we could stay overbought for a little bit longer, and we could continue on an uptrend for a little bit longer. And that might give us the strength to break out past $1.35 or $1.40 and eventually get up to $1.50. So right now, my current target price for Aster is going to be $1.50. I think we'll get to $1.50 pretty soon here. We'll see if it breaks out and does it. And I'll definitely keep you guys updated on that. But yeah, it is seeming, even on the 4-hour chart, that it's about to break out here. A lot of buying pressure. So I'm definitely pleased, very pleased with Aster right now. Because as you can see, it was a slow, long, grueling pump to the upside, right? But the buying pressure never left. See, people thought that it was over because it was kind of chopping to the sideways. But the whole time as it chops to the side, it's going up just a little bit to where you don't notice it unless you pull it out and go to the 4-hour chart or the daily chart. Once you start looking at the daily chart, it looks a little bit more clear. So that's what I've been seeing here. Now, holders are looking good. 2 weeks ago, we had 178,000 holders. Now we have 184,000 holders. So that's very good in itself. So, yep, we'll just have to wait and see what happens here at Aster, but everything is looking good. And I was telling you guys, hey, $1.13. I think it might still go up, but watch out for the pullback, like I was mentioning before. Watch out for that because it is looking a little bit weak. But like I said, it could stay overbought for longer than expected. This blue line, the short term or the long term trend, look at how it's been trading sideways since the 14th. So that means it's been bullish since then. As long as the long term trend stays up, everything is good. Because if you look back here since the 14th, what's been happening? Even though the short term trend went down, the long term trend stayed up. So the price didn't go down. It only went down slightly. And then it continues to go up because the short term trend caught back up. So what if something similar happens where the long term trend goes sideways here and the short term trend drops? Well, you see the price chop sideways and go down slightly. And then when the short term trend comes right back in, then the long term trend will start moving up again. And then we will start to see the price moving up again. That's a theory of what could happen, just kind of comparing what just now happened to what's happening now. All right. So I'll keep you guys updated though. Hit the like button and subscribe. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. And as always, I'll be back with another video.